Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, assalamu alaikum. I know I've been busy traveling, but we need to get back to some of those things. Today I'm going to be very quick. I'll talk about one thing. I figured out, like, let's not have a gap. Whatever it is that I learned or I have seen or I have observed, let you guys know. I'll talk about Microsoft Copilot today. Microsoft in Copilot, if you go to copilot.microsoft.com, and one of the interesting things is that they have these labs and they have this discover area where you can test out a bunch of different things for free, essentially. And why is that case? And again, some of those you might have to use the Edge browser. I'm using the Chrome browser at this moment. So let's say I jumped into Microsoft Copilot Lab, copilot.microsoft.com, and once you get there, you have to log in with your Microsoft credential. If you don't have one, just get one. And then when you come to these labs, you get to see all those fun stuff that they do. It's not, I have tried that a few times. It didn't work very well. So the Copilot 3D is an interesting one. I'm going to get to this and I will try now. What it does, it takes a picture or an image and makes it a 3D. So there is no nothing you can actually type, essentially. That means meaning that there is no prompt you're building. You actually have to upload an image. I'm just going to be using one of the images they have already built. Let's say it's a robot, is that right? So some of the robotic image, and if you can see that, you can move that image around. And if I just make it so you can see this is built from an image. They call it a prompt. Actually, it's just an image upload, and from that image of the robot, it built a 3D image. I tried with my picture. It didn't come out really well. I'm gonna show you what I did, my creation, and this is me, is that right? It's one of my pictures that I have uploaded. And when I go over there, let me see if it shows up. It didn't come out as good as I was expecting, but I'm sure they're working on it. See, this is me. This is the 3D model it came out. What it did really well is that in the back, in the side, some of those things were built very well. But again, if you look at it, it got distorted in the face perspective. And also one more interesting thing is that you can have a white one. You can have a more of an abstracted one. So you can start building these things. You can download it and go from there. So you should try it out, because this is the world that we are getting into. When you try to build something, this is the lab area. This is something that we are trying to get to. And people are doing these things. So if you go back to the labs, so Copilot 3D, I tried out a few other things that didn't work out very well, but this is a really good area for you to get into. And because it's a lab area, it's free. So try out a bunch of different things. I have seen the one that didn't work for me worked really well. So you can do the recreate. You can ask for doing it one more time. Now, this also has a really good gaming experience. Really good meaning that I tried once, it worked very well. I tried second time, it didn't work very well. I am right now in India. Some of the things that I noticed is that from India, you can't access some of those models, but from the US, when I was trying it, I was able to access a lot more. So maybe there is some regional limitations that we have. So I'm not 100% sure about that one. But you can try those things out and see if it works if you're in the US, how does it work? If you're in India or Bangladesh, how does it work as such? So let me show you one more thing in the Discover one, which is very important. This is where you can write a prompt, essentially. In the prompt, if you get to this drop down menu, you get to see all these options, meaning that you can do deep research. Remember, if I do it in ChatGPT, I have certain amount of limitations. So fundamentally, if I'm trying to do it, maybe I can do 24, 18, whatever the number they give you, or maybe 4 or 5 if I have the free version. So however, if you come here, you are able to do a few more, but the deep research takes quite a bit of time. Result is outstanding, but the deep research takes quite a bit of time. I was building and creating a particular AI plus tech strategy for a large organization who is merged into another organization. I asked him to do the research and give me a cohesive strategy, business strategy plus tech strategy plus the company's objectives. It did a tremendous job, unbelievable job, like almost in about, if I read that 5-page document or 10-page document, it was very long. I think it was 7-8 pages document. I would learn everything about that organization, about the merger, both of the organization, the cohesive strategy, how can they optimize it, and what would be the output or the result or the platform they have to build to get that realization. So this is really, really good. And quick response is the one that traditional prompt in ChatGPT. You just type something, it will give you a response. We're going to go through a few of those things quickly, but I want to explain to you. Think deeper, meaning that just go deep into that particular section. And what I noticed, you should start, I think I talked about that few of the prompts. You should start using the term think deeper. Think deeper meaning that whenever you do this new reasoning and deep thinking and large language models, when you said think deeper, because remember this is an attention based meaning a transformer, so it actually focuses on that particular area and think deeper. We'll do a quick practice on that one. And the GPT-5, you guys are very, very familiar with that. Everybody's using it. And the last one is an action, because it actually provides an action. I'll show you in another video on the action side, because this is very, very interesting. It can go to, for example, Expedia, or for example, you want to buy something, it can go to that e-commerce site, pick the items, put that in shopping cart, check out on your behalf, or you want to book a room or hotel, you go to that particular website and finish all the tasks. It was obviously browser action, it has button clicks, and it does some stuff, meaning before it didn't do it, it guided us, but now it can do this stuff. So this is fantastic. So without any further delay, let's just jump on these things. Let's look into a quick response. Okay, I want to build, so NASA SpaceX Challenge is coming up, so why don't we talk about that? Build a winning solution for NASA Space Apps Challenge 2025. Guide me. So remember, I showed you how to do the prompts. Possibly this is not a very good prompt the way that it should be, but I wanted to see exactly what it does. So it actually give me proper guidance. That's an epic ambition, Mohammed. Okay, good. That means it knows my name because I logged in, and I'm all in to help you building that could shine at NASA Space Challenge 2020. The global hackathon is about solving real-world problems using NASA's open data. That's absolutely right. So I know if you're participating in NASA SpaceX Challenge, you can actually use this guidance as well. So first one, understand the challenge theme. So typically the themes are there that got actually published, so I can give them the themes. Earth and environment, space exploration, technology and innovation, and human health and life sciences. Perfectly right. These are the ones typically gets done. Then we have to build it. We need team. Of course, we need 4 or 5 people. NASA recommends 5 people. You can go build up to 6. Most of the time I see 5 people anyway, team. Then NASA has open data on satellite imagery, climate models, astronaut health data, Mars rover telemetry, and quite a bit of other data. You can go to NASA data.nasa.gov. Ideate boldly. What problems am I solving? Wow. So one of the interesting thing, the ideation is one of the very important ones. So I know that we have to do that, but think beyond. Basically, that's what it's saying. Then you can build a prototype, nail the presentation. So just by building something is not always enough. You have to communicate properly, and the presentation is important. So sometimes when we do something really, really good, really, really big, just because lack of us presenting, that becomes a big challenge. And then think globally. Okay, fantastic. I got some ideas. Let's say if I do the same thing with think deeper, what happens? Guide me through building an app using NASA data to predict, let's say, I don't know, natural disaster. in Bangladesh. How about that? So I'm gonna ask this with thinking deeper. So it is a thinking model, you can see. So the user is asking to guide a building an app to predict. Okay, good, it actually did. It was very quick. Remember, think deeper model were really taking a lot longer time. So identify your end users, local authorities, farmers, pick one disaster type to start, choose relevant ones. Okay, so it gives everything, but it doesn't give me, oh yeah, it actually asks me to get okay, fantastic, dive into next. I am gonna say that a simple Streamlit dashboard, and to do that, okay, so why don't it give me a dashboard to start building, and it would hopefully give, okay, yes, it actually gives me a code, so I can get that code into Streamlit. And you guys are familiar with the Replit platform, and you can go over there. If you're not familiar with it, we will build one with that later on at some point. Remember, we did something with Lovable, we did something with Bolt, same way we can do something with Streamlit as well. So this is warfare maps you need. Fantastic. Replace that models / predict endpoint. So it guides you through building it. It doesn't build it, it gives you some of the code snippet, and it guides you through building it. Now let's go to that smarter chat GPT 5. Build the mockup based on above. See, one thing you might notice, before, when I was choosing models in some other cases earlier, it started to happen something. I can be in the same context, within the same context, so it can reuse some of the items. Hopefully this is exactly what it does, keeps in memory, because memory is fundamentally very important component of building anything. So looking at that Copilot Studio or Copilot Labs, and the Copilot, it actually helps people to get adopted with it. So GPT-5 is creating a visual mock-up, giving a logo, app name, Bangladesh flood risk predictor, okay, start date, you can pick a date, and okay, GPM emerge, and SMAP soil moisture. So it's providing some data sources and short description of the data sources, heat rate and false alarm, interactive map. This is for flood risk, so that's really good. So what I should do, produced, yeah, why not, create, yes, go for it. So it's gonna create a Figma mockup. As you see that it's actually suggesting that why don't I create a polished Figma style mockup. So similarly, you can start building, getting the guidance, get some more visualization. Of course, you have to be very, very creative, disruptively innovative as well to win this one anyway. So, but it actually started to build some mockup so that you can change it. Remember one thing, you are taking the help of AI, but you have to start building it as a co-creation. This is kind of like, I'm working with my partners. Of course, you are working with your partners. You're going to be having different ideas. Now, just to realize it, before you had to do a lot of coding, it took a lot of time. NASA SpaceX Challenge, typically 1.5 days, and then the judging and the presentation. So, we're doing in Bangladesh in October 3rd and 4th. Globally, it's done in 4th and 5th, because in Bangladesh, holidays or weekends are Friday and Saturday, and rest of the a lot of places in the world is Saturday and Sunday. But you have that 1.5 day. How can you make it a really good one? So if you look at it, I like it. This is very polished, to be honest. So it makes it easy for you to start visualizing, because this is your idea. This was our idea. We asked it to do it, and then it started to build it. It's putting some finishing touches, and it looks very, very nice. You can download it, and it gives you that. Okay, so if I go here, and wow, so you can just download and start doing that, because it gives you good visualization. If you don't like it, that's perfectly all right as well. So now we got that, is that right? So now deep research, I have shown you deep research before. Similar deep research, I think this is using ChatGPT anyway, OpenAI in the back end. This is one of the things I would love you to start using it, understand what the things. So when you ask a question, build a predictor using NASA data for flood in Bangladesh. So if I do a deep research, it will ask me some question typically. Now, if it is very specific, then it might not. But if I say that do some research, find something, and then it's gonna ask, is that a global thing? Is that particular geo region? So it asks all these questions. It estimated time is 10 minutes. I've seen some of these deep research model takes like 30-40 minutes. Actually, I have done one research. I can tell you this was really good one, very in-depth research that took it told me to come back in 3 hours. And I did come back in 3 hours. I showed that one. So what it does, essentially, you can see that it browsing the internet, looking into all these documents, learning from it, and go back and refining it, like the way that human think, reinforceable ideas. And you see that all these data sources also it's looking for what kind of things, and it's actually going to a specific like Bangladesh region. Then it's thinking about those things. Then how can you do that? In it, you can see from some of the stuff from Australia, so which is great. And SMAP, temporal resolution update. Wow! So it's gonna go after a lot of data sources and find it. So if you're building a winning solution per se, you must do some sort of deep research to understand what the possibilities are. Then you can start co-creating and building some disruptive, innovative solution. So again, I'm focusing on the GitHub Copilot, not GitHub Copilot, Microsoft Copilot with the lab and everything that is available to you. But because NASA Space App Challenge is coming, this is world's largest hackathon. It happens in, I believe, over 250 locations in every year. Over 100,000 teams participate. This is huge. And if you can participate these things, this actually allows you to see like what's the possibilities and beyond your imagination. I've seen people very young to very mature, all of them participate in this event. So with that, I wanted to finish it up because I have to get going. Actually, I'm traveling back today to the US. Not today, tomorrow, but I have a transient stop. With that, I wish all of you the best. Thanks for listening to me. And we are going to have a few other things in the new models. We're going to work on some image and videos a little bit more, showing some of those things, because I know some of you are asking for images and videos. With that, build something positive, build something disruptive, build something innovative, and take the world to the next next stage, and you are the one who can do it. With that, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum and Allah Hafiz.